everybody, it's that college football guy here with another video. Yeah, driving again. I'm here on lovely I-71, heading northbound, going through Cincinnati, heading back up to Toledo like I did last week. But that's not what we're talking about here. Title of the video: could ESPN trigger the ACC implosion? There's actually a lot of things that could trigger the ACC implosion. One of them just happened. Actually, two. Be correct with myself here. Florida State's, they issued a statement this morning. Florida State's Board of Trustees, state of Florida, basically approved a loan, future loan to Florida State Athletics from their, they had a terminology for it, I'm going to call it the slush fund, the savings, the extra money that this road is bad, that they have, the extra money to get something, to pay for something in the future, like, say, buying their way out of the ACC once they negotiate a fee. North Carolina has a line item on the agenda for today. All this came from, I'm going to give full credit where credit is due to College Football's Peek Around the Corner with Greg Flugard. Please check him out. He has a lot more detail. I'm brushing on this one. If you want more details, go check out his video. But basically with him is North Carolina's basically you're having a meeting involving, it's procedural. The belief is they may be trying to make it where if North Carolina goes to a different conference, NC State has to go to. This potentially could be done. There's nothing specific listed on the agenda for today, but that's kind of the hidden belief that some people have, the theory that some people have here. Now, as for the title of the video, what we're getting to, ESPN. We all know the story going on by now, how the grant of rights was signed by the members and the Florida State's challenging it. We all have gotten that so far. We know the fact that it's not the whole way through 2027, I think it is, 26, 27, that the grant of rights is only up to, but they have to let the ACC know by 2025 if they're going to renew the second half of the deal. And everybody thought, for a while, yours truly included, I thought that they were going to do it. I'm not so sure. Especially when a little piece of information got leaked out, and I'm like, oh, this changes a few things. What piece of information is that? Well, we all know that there was a vote held to bring in Cal, Stanford, and SMU. And North Carolina, Florida State, Clemson voted against it. They needed 4 days in order to do it. NC State flipped to allow the schools to come in. Well, I say ESPN could trigger this. Did you know that ESPN wasn't consulted at all about adding these schools? They found out when they voted and approved it. They were never asked about it at any point until after they were brought into the conference. So you have a television deal that you have been adding teams on to make the deal worth more money, to keep it the same amount that it is, and if you lose bigger brands. And you need to keep that media partner happy. And so your solution to the problem is adding schools and not telling them? Or they may have to pay for schools that they feel aren't valuable? That's not good. That is a severe problem. Now, I'm of the firm belief that Florida State, North Carolina, or Clemson, or whoever ends up leaving, is there'll be a buyout. Here's the buyout. The thing is, Florida State gets a buyout. It's the same buyout for everybody. The same buyout fee will apply to everybody. So, because because everybody's going to be in the same boat. Everybody's the same member. There's no special privilege here. Everybody will pay the same exact amount that Florida State would pay, being listed in their lawsuit. Okay, we understand that. Now, you're ESPN. The ACC is talking about adding other schools. They want to add other schools. They're talking about convincing schools from the SEC and the Big 12 part of the fans. That Big 12 and the SEC schools would consider jumping. I'm not even going to go into that, but let's just say, for the sake of argument on this one, for this argument, the SEC and the Big 12 schools say, no, thank you. We're going to go against replacement teams. Are you going to try to add teams again without consulting ESPN? You do that, you honestly think they're going to extend the deal? And here's why I say it may trigger the implosion. Florida State may not be able to get this buyout worked out until that deadline comes up. The deadline comes up, ESPN's like, you know what? We're not going to pay that. We're going to let you hit open market. Hoping that some of the schools will be gone by then. And they may be worth more. Maybe worth less. But odds are they're going to be leaving. I've been just trying to wrap my head around this. Like, so ESPN says no. And say Florida State, say Clemson. Let's just say those two leave. Well, your two best brands are gone. Am I going to give you full price? No. Did you tell me you were going to answer Stanford and Cal? Did you ask me about if I was going to about adding Stanford, Cal, and SMU? No, you didn't. That's bad faith. So, I'm not even offering you what you had last time. I'm offering you less. Go to market. Go to Amazon. Go to Fox. You're probably not going to be interested in CBS. I don't think so. But they might be. Who knows? And the ACC on Paramount Network. But in Paramount Plus. But I'm just thinking about this and going like, okay, Florida State and them leave. Now you're North Carolina, NC State. We want to stay. Okay. Here's my question. Let's say the only offer you get, for just for argument's sake, the only offer you get is less than what you're being paid now. Are the universities willing to take a pay cut to stay together? Odds are, no. We don't want to go to the Big 12. Big 12's making more money. And if they add you into the conference, even more than that. Is it crazy if North Carolina and NC State could end up in the Big 12? It seems crazy, but if they're joined at the hip, the Big Ten's not taking both. And I don't think the SEC would take both. The SEC maybe. The Big 12 definitely. It's a possibility. There's some other YouTubers, Numbskull News. I get a kick out of his shows. He's funny as hell for me. He's a numbskull, hence the name. He gives everybody the uncomfortable truth about certain things. In this aspect, the same idea, different ways of getting there. But it's definitely possible. To say it's not possible would be crazy. Anything can happen. We know this. So, why don't y'all tell me? I mean, first off, Florida State giving the loan out. Is that a shock to anybody? Here you go. So you can ask for the loan. Procedurally, we can grant you the loan. Like if you want to buy your way out of the ACC and you get a settlement, that way you give us an amount we can submit to it. Okay, boom. That's not that big of a shock. North room regarding potential things involving expansion or leaving the ACC being talked about. That's not a shock. Because North Carolina, NC State are joined at the hip, they may not get to the Big Ten or the SEC because they won't want to take both. It's a possibility. The Big 12 would take both in a heartbeat. But why don't you let me know what you think? Could ESPN, Florida State, and Clemson leave? They say, no, we're not renewing. We're going to lower your amount. And because it's lower in the other TV offers, let's say it's lower than what they're making now, you think the schools are going to stay together and work on a reduced budget, or are they going to try to find greener pastures? Why don't you let me know what you think? Damn it. Down in the comments. So thanks everybody for watching the video. If you haven't done it already, do me a favor, please. Smash the like button, hit the thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm, helps the video be seen by more people. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this. The Florida State's situation with the loan, with North Carolina's situation. Can ESPN really possibly trigger the ACC implosion? What do you think about that down in the comments? Share the video. Help me out with that. And if you haven't done it already, check out if you're not a subscriber, if you are a subscriber, thank you very much. We just crossed 500. Thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, hey, check out some of the other videos I've done, and if you like them, hey, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 600. I was beginning where I was going to say that, but on the road to 600. Baby steps. Let's get there. 600 subscribers. See if we can start that one off. Let's see how long this one takes. So, thanks everybody for watching. Be safe out there. I've been in Tennessee, Kentucky, and I've got cops because the snow is being melted by the rain we're going to have over the next week. The cops are now out checking for speeders on U.S. highways and interstates. So this is in Tennessee and Kentucky. So